And a good afternoon to you on this Friday. We are, of course, looking ahead towards your weekend, and we've got your forecast too. Two very different days are on tap. Saturday versus Sunday. Both of them will have a different feel. Both of them will be quite a bit different. So what we're expecting for the holiday, it's not a holiday weekend. Every weekend maybe could be a holiday, but it's just a regular weekend. We're looking at hot for Saturday, a little stormy toward the afternoon, and then for Sunday, that's when things are clouding up and we're getting a bit cooler again. So both days are going to look and feel quite a bit different, and we want you to be ready for it. Let's get to it. As far as your forecast goes, we're looking here at Saturday around the Piedmont Triad area, and we're really looking at a good amount of showers and storms kind of popping up. If you remember back to what we were seeing on our Thursday, there were a lot of thunderstorms. There were a good amount of rain showers. That's kind of where we're headed for tomorrow. So as far as what you need to plan for, looking at about 3 p.m. through 8 o'clock tomorrow. On your Saturday, that's the time frame to look at for possible showers and thunderstorms. Let's kind of walk you through this, looking at your futurecast. Go hour by hour. So from the morning into the afternoon and the evening, I'll start you out at about 9:30. So it's dry there. You don't have anything to worry about through noon, 2, 3 o'clock or so. At that point, though, start paying attention. 2 to 3 p.m. is that start time, because once the way that this works is that you have heat and humidity, the sun bubbles everything up, and that's when thunderstorms start to kind of get their act going. And that's what I would expect by about 3 o'clock tomorrow. We start to see things bubbling up like this. For the rest of things, 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, probably going to be pretty busy. Won't be raining everywhere, but there will be a good amount of showers and storms across the area. So be alert for that. Be ready for it. Thunder and lightning, those are some concerns, but also the possibility of maybe a damaging wind gust here or there. Not all of us will see one. We're mostly looking at regular summertime storms, but notice how this just kind of lingers around. We start this at around 3 o'clock. By 7 o'clock, the radar's still pretty busy. Just be mindful of it. You'll have to adjust and be a little flexible with your outdoor plans. Not the most fun when it comes to a nice late summer, early fall Saturday. We all have things that we want to do, but you might not be able to do it as you'd like. So that's where we're headed for your Saturday. Temperatures look like this. Will be in the low 70s for tomorrow morning. A little bit muggy, mid to upper 80s for the afternoon, and then slowly cooling off. Although what's really going to cool you off, well, that's going to be the showers and storms around the area. For right now, we're not really seeing any showers in most of the Triad area. There are just 1 or 2 in our western counties at the moment. So if you have any plans for your Friday night, most of us don't really have to worry about much of anything popping up on radar. I will say for tomorrow, we do have a low risk of a severe thunderstorm or 2. It's a level 1 out of 5. So it's not that severe. It's not that intense or expected. Just keep an eye on things. Okay, 3 o'clock to 8 o'clock is when we'd advise you to keep an eye on things. Right now for the rest of your Friday evening, pretty nice weather. You just have to be ready for summer. It's going to feel hot and humid through the rest of the evening, and that's all there is to really say about that. Friday night football looks okay across the region too. It was a hotter day of weather than we've had. This is actually our warmest day in about 2 weeks. Didn't quite get to 90 in the Triad area, but it was 92 in Raleigh, about 91 in Sanford, 88 in Burlington, and 85 in Greensboro. We also had some pretty cool imagery coming out of our area throughout parts of the morning. I wanted to show you what it looked like in Winston-Salem earlier today. Check this out. Maybe you woke up to some fog. I'm going to get myself off here so you can see it. Look how fuzzy it was. And at one point, the fog was actually obstructing the skyline. Take a look here. Isn't this cool? It's around 6:30 this morning. That fog was pretty impressive, and then partially covering the Wells Fargo Tower downtown in Winston-Salem. And then, of course, we worked our way through some nicer weather by the end of things. The whole thing that's driving the weather this weekend is going to be a cold front. And we're getting into the fall season, September, October, into November. These are going to be months that you're going to tend to start to see some more cold fronts. So be ready for that. Cold front is moving our way heading into Saturday. That's what's sparking the showers and thunderstorms for the afternoon. It'll move through Saturday night, and then on Sunday, we are firmly back on the cooler side of things. Now, there is at least a low chance of a shower on Sunday, but I'm not expecting it to be all that wet. What we will see, a good amount of cloud cover, also a lot of cool air. It's barely going to get into the 70s. There's a chance Sunday could even stay in the 60s if we play our cards right. So just know the weekend is a total split decision here. Saturday, hot and muggy, feeling like summertime. Sunday, some clouds are around. It's a bit cooler out there as well, and there is a low chance of some drizzle or a couple sprinkles to go around too. Now, the humidity hasn't really been that bad over the last couple of weeks, but it started to creep up yesterday. It's here with us today, and it'll be here with us for tomorrow too. You'll have to wait until Sunday to get any real relief from the humidity, but it will go down, and it'll go down pretty dramatically too. Monday and Tuesday will have a pretty crisp fall feeling, and we should be able to keep that around with dew points in the 50s most of next week. So the dew points are going down. It'll feel more like fall, and that's a pretty good thing. Lots of things going on across the state, though, tomorrow. We have a lot of different college football games. So back to our impact alert. One of the reasons that we put this out there isn't to scare you. We've seen thunderstorms like this all the time. We had some of them like it yesterday. But it's going to have an impact on things. If you're going to the Duke game, it should be dry over there. That's at noon. The Wolfpack game, that should be dry as well because it's at noon. That's the only reason you're escaping it. It'll also be really hot. Drink plenty of water. I don't need to tell you what to do. You know what to do. The Wake Forest game could have some issues. By the end of things, third quarter and fourth quarter over in Winston-Salem, I do think there will be a couple of problems with thunderstorms that might result in some delays. Probably the worst of those would be the Charlotte and North Carolina game. UNC is going down to Charlotte. They could have some issues because that's a late night kickoff, and that's when thunderstorms could be delaying the start of the game. We'll see how it goes. Hope for the best, but be ready for tailgating. Also be ready for the football game. We'll talk more about this on our Weather Impact show as it continues, but the tropics have had actually some positive developments today. Looks like the odds of this storm developing are going down, and that's something we'd like to see. Dry air has started to eat it up a little bit. We'll keep you posted as we continue to track that over the next few days. Let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. For Saturday, yes, 88 degrees. It's hot. It's humid. We'll see it in the morning, we'll see it in the afternoon, but for the end of the day, that's when showers and thunderstorms start to rear their ugly head. Now, we could use some rainfall, but it's going to impact your plans. 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. is what to look for. On Sunday, clouds are pretty thick. There's a low chance of a shower. It's kind of gloomy, and it's a lot cooler, too. Temperatures will stay in the 70s through most of next week. We'll be back with more on Weather Impact.